Laurel Park on Saturday. Jeff's got the Summer Sizzlers in July. Third weekend of racing with multiple stakes races during the month of July. 5 stakes races coming up on the Saturday card. The Deputed Testimony and Open Company. The Ben's Cat, which is our Express Bet race of the week. Be sure to get the Express Bet newsletter in your email inbox every week. You'll get my analysis of the Ben's Cat. And the Start in Askra, which is going to be our first handicapping chore of 8 this weekend. The Start in Askra, the race you wanted to spotlight, Jeff. And tell us why you're looking at this race on the card at Laurel Park. It goes as race number 7 on Saturday.
I'm really curious to see how Super Love performs in stakes competition. He's a 3-year-old colt by Super Saver. He's a Maryland bred, obviously eligible to start in Askra, and he's won all 3 of his races. The first 2 he won in workmanlike fashion. He won Mocha's Maiden, came back and won a first level allowance, which was fine. Didn't run particularly fast. Buyers in the low 70s. And then in his most recent start, he just absolutely freaked, earned a 91 buyer number, won by almost 9, leaving his previous form far behind. And now I'm looking at Super Love and thinking, well, maybe he's going to be a pretty good 3-year-old sprinter and maybe a mainstay on that circuit, maybe a dominant mainstay. But he's got to go through some nice seasoned horses in the Start in Askra. And I'm really interested to see how Super Love performs at Laurel on Saturday.
Dave Rodman with a call of his allowance win back on June 19th. Let's listen in.
Super Love's pouring on the speed. Super Love heads it by 2 lengths now. Super Love tries to break away toward the quarter pole. About a 3-length lead on Golden Eyes and second. Gemologist on the outside in third. Synergy Star is fourth. Free Square fifth. Zen Pie sixth. And Super Love turns into the stretch. A 5-length lead. Super Love is running away from them. Super Love under a steady drive. A furlong left to go. Now 6 in front. Super Love and a super-looking win. This colt is 3 for 3. The Super Saver colt, Super Love. Super Love flashing home on Father's Day with a 7-length score. Golden Eyes the second.
What a dominant performance there. And maybe you can hone in on Super Love when you're looking at the multi-race wagers on Saturday at Laurel Park. The hit and splits in July, $100,000 given away by First Bet and Express Bet during the month of July. That all sadly comes to an end on Sunday at the end of the month, but not before we give away more than $30,000 this weekend in hit and splits beginning Friday at Del Mar with $5,000 in the late pick 4. The Maryland Jockey Club, their big card, the late pick 5 on Saturday has a $2,000 hit and split. We've got a $10,000, and I say $10,000 with emphasis, hit and split in the late pick 4 Saturday at Saratoga. This means if you hit the late pick 4 at Saratoga on Saturday, you'll split your share of not only the pari-mutuel winnings, but your share of $10,000 with just other players on the Express Bet and First Bet platforms who also win the pick 4. This could be a massive return in bumping up your payout in the late pick 4. But those $2,000 hit and splits, nothing to sneeze at either. Laurel Park's late pick 5 on Saturday. And also the Adios card at the Meadows. Harness Racing fans, we've got one of those $2,000 late pick 4 hit and splits for the Adios program at the Meadowlands. Of course, a variety of those on Saratoga, Del Mar, and Laurel on Sunday as well. $5,000 at Saratoga, $5,000 at Del Mar, $2,000 at Laurel. The late pick 4s on Sunday, certainly races that you want to dial in on. Jeff, pick 4 hit and splits at Laurel Park there. I mean, can you single your play in there? Is this a horse that you want to lean on that hard?
I think I'd have to because the other races are open. The stakes competition at Laurel on Saturday is very contentious. Super Love, to me, is the kind of horse that, you know, he'll probably win if he runs back that last race. I don't think anybody in here can run that fast, but he better because there's some solid season-type horses in the race. And you either look, you got to single somewhere, and if you single him, and you decide, well, maybe he's vulnerable. Who do you use? You got 3 or 4 that you may want to have to use, and you don't want your ticket to, mushroom like that. So be right or be out. But I'm going with Super Love. I'm going to assume that as a lightly raced 3-year-old who's getting better with every race, and he's had sufficient time in between races, I think you're going to see Super Love come back and pretty much run the same type of race, which is good enough to win.
For a little more help at Laurel, again, I've got the Express Bet Race of the Week. It's posted at news.first.com and on the blog section at expressbet.com, and also in your email inbox with that Express Bet newsletter. Little hint, I'm going in the Ben's Cat Stakes heavily towards Jackson Traveler. He's on the turf, but I think he's the fastest horse in there. And I think Jackson Traveler, one you can look at in those hit and splits playing at Laurel Park.